That's no fun. Hope this is a close race. That's the most fun. Close races. Chef Mayhem going the wrong way immediately. Ribbon? Finding cookies in a barrel. That might be worthwhile to keep, but it is a gamble. If, one, you don't find bombs, and oh, okay. Then you definitely keep the cookies now. With this glass helm that's just here. But too late now. It's not the worst idea to go back and get it, though. But there's tier 2 cracked wall here, so... It's... not too worth killing. Rapier is very nice, though. But definitely... eh. Ribbon, taking a blood drum, doesn't need food. Not afraid of dying. Don't make mistakes in the first place, then you'll never need to eat food. And Chef will take the same thing. Both racers need to keep this spiked ears alive for as long as possible. Because that early damage up, losing that early damage up can be pretty costly. Luck Charm for both races as well. We have ear build convergence so far. So there might be a bit of variance because of Luck Charm being obtained on different floors. Maybe? Variance is weird. Chef will be the first one on whatever this first boss is. It is... Blues. Magical Arena. Doesn't line up any gold kills here? Okay, doesn't need to. Has spiked ears actually. So, just lunge right into the king. That works too. Now making it down to deep blues as well. In purple, there will be a ring of gold. So if screen watching / if listening to commentary, we'll check black, but dropping the flawless. So no chests. I don't understand the purple check. That kind of stipulates that you gotta keep the spiked ears alive. You definitely check black for a more stable weapon, but we still don't know what's in black because Ribbon has dropped the flawless, dropping the spiked ears as well. Thing that may keep Chef in, that may allow Chef to start pulling ahead. Solid shot for Chef Mayhem. Picking up Charisma. Fireball spell. Ribbon goes down. 1 damage into zone 2 is... can just easily whittle away and cause you to die. Got replays, let's see. Oh, those wind mages. That's pretty nasty. Sure, you can handle like 1 wind mage, maybe 2. But when it's 3, and plus with all the other stuff that's going on when you play Necrodancer, that's a bit much to process. So, Chef having quite a bit of space to work with. Check black! Why aren't you checking black? You don't want to... I guess confident enough to keep these spiked ears alive, but... really, you want to get off those. You want to get it on a better weapon, I mean. Nonetheless, it's the Zone 2 boss purple check will be great. It will be Ring of Piercing, so I can't hate too much, but you want to start stabilizing your build if your opponent has gone down. And relying on spiked ears is not the best foundation for your build, because you're kind of relying pretty hard on it right now. Piercing will help a lot though. If those ever break. Additional farming for Chef here. Find some shield tones, just decides to use it. Doesn't get any value out of it, but spell use gets you some points in CoNDOR, I suppose. Some brownie points, not any real points. So it can easily lead to you getting real points, as Ribbon checks Black in Zone 1 for an absolutely excellent weapon. So these spike ears are pretty optional. They're definitely helpful to keep up, but they aren't nearly as important as Chef's spiked ears. So Chef is doing an excellent job at keeping them alive. You really... Okay. Commentator's curse. There goes the spiked ears. Drops the flawless as well, so no weapon. I would take Blood Warhammer there. Piercing Blood Warhammer, even if it's 1 damage, that's not bad at all. So, Ribbon having a weapon to work with. And Chef being on this pretty bad gold rapier without any damage ups. Yeah, you should have taken the hammer. It's fun. Hammer piercing is fun. That's the only reason why you should take it. Actually, no, it's very safe too. You're gonna be so safe with that. And with piercing, you're gonna be a bit safer too. I mean, piercing warhammers. It's just safe. It's safe. It's good. It won't be that slow either. It will be slow, but like what you got currently is slow anyways, so yeah. You're gonna be able to shrug off a lot of hits that you take. Don't need to back up like nearly as much as you are right now. Just a lot of things. That is a golden cat for Chef Mayhem. Don't take that because... I mean, if anything, you got the 2 damage lunges out of this rapier. Torch of Walls is fine, but I mean... Okay, never mind, we just got a good okay weapon now. That's good. Oh, not handling this confuse that well. Taking a bunch of hits, going down to 1 heart! Oh, this is spook territory now. Everything was looking okay, and now things are looking a lot more dire, as Ribbon is onto Zone 4 as well. Applying a bit of pressure right now, but that pressure can start to become a bit more dangerous. Why keep the golden rapier? Keep the broadsword and keep the broadsword? Yeah. Ribbon's health situation is starting to look a bit bad as well, though. But filling off these Congo lines, having heavy plate in 4-3, just being able to buy it out is pretty nice. Still has a shopkeeper alive. Keep why have golden rapier as your damage weapon? Just obsidian broadsword. It does 3 damage instead of 2 that you do with lunges with the gold rapier. That's just odd. Now would be an okay time to use the spear. I mean, you got heal spell now from boss chest, but I mean, the healing's good. I don't know. Nice fireball there from Chef. Ribbon needing to run decently slow because of the health situation. Kills the shopkeeper for heavy plate. Mimic was a bit of a concern, but not in any dangerous position. Or for Chef Mayhem, that's not the worst. You're on 4-3 already, you might just want to take the damage up. But Chef is doing a good job at recovering health. Ribbon, however, running a fast pace, but not a lot of health to work with anymore. Just hanging on to 1 heart. Low health can easily just force you to put on the brakes to not die. As we have a dead ringer from Chef, which will pan out to be fine. Enough bombs for Jeff. So, onto the Necrodancer fight. We'll use Blood Drum here to get an early first hit off. Lots of value out of that Blood Spear, that was a good pickup. Taken a bit of time to regenerate health out of that, along with anything else you can pick up. Since your opponent suffered pretty harsh death, Ribbon is down to half a heart, but that won't matter since Jeff is finished with a time of 1240. GG's. First point, go Chef Mayhem. With an 8-8 record now. Is been smooth and even. Of course, 16. 8 plus 8 is 16, which isn't divisible by 3, so. Pass the app in mid-set. Yep. GG's, both racers. A very valiant run back on Ribbon's end, but Jeff doing enough to stay alive while still keeping ahead of Ribbon. But hopefully we can jump back into it. Because still played pretty well. I think I don't understand not checking black for the first boss. If Ribbon was able to get that titanium rapier on the first time around, I expect things to have been very, very different. Unless excellent use out of the blood spear for Chef Mayhem. Put in that in the holster. I don't know why you would holster gold rapier over obsidian broadsword as your other weapon, but yeah, I don't I don't get that. I'm a bit confused about that one. You're gonna be doing more damage with the broadsword, and pretty much the only reason you want to switch off to the other weapon is to do more damage. Maybe set up for some gold kills, of course, but overall, that 3 damage is gonna help you a lot more than a gold rapier will without any damage ups. Immediate glass torch for both racers on 1-1. There's also a great mimic. Chef Mayhem is not gonna see that. It was pretty subtle. Ribbongraph will, and will get a bomb for their efforts. For having a keener eye. There's just more bombs later on anyways, so... not too big of a miss for Chef's side. Of course, the more bombs, the better. Especially this early on. Picking up early bombs can really help out finding items for your build. Karate Gi on 1-2 in the black chest. That's not something you want. Riven will take it though. Riven will take it. So we got a bit of a risky here. I just recommend staying away with it unless there's a bounty or something. There's just a titanium rapier for both racers. I say this benefits Chef a lot more because Chef did not take the gi. However, Ribbon can find some stuff now that Ribbon has a 4-8 rapier. 8 damage on lunges. Pretty much a glass rapier. Except it doesn't break when you get hit. You just take 1,000,000,000 damage when you get hit. Or you might even die with that damage. And we have a purple check for Ribbon. Getting 1 extra heart. Which... you're happy to see if you're taking gi, but... you want to get off gi, is the thing. Map and some goo protection. Explorer's boots. Chef will also flawless. First boss, picking up Fireball as well. Taking the trapdoor to 2-2. Ribbon will kill the mini boss before taking a trapdoor, and that is such a great torch to have. This build is just there on the floor. Really needs not gi armor. And that's pretty much it. Gotta build. Of course, the bonuses that Ribbon has is nice, like the map and the goo protection, but man, that Torch of Walls greatly devalues the map. Bit more shopping for Ribbon. Swapping off goo. Okay, we'll keep Explorer's boots. Which one? Full spell for Chef Mayhem. And the need you'll heavy plate. This is a value shop. This is a build for Chef Mayhem. Just needs a ring. Tries to get one, but it'll be Ring of Gold. So has move dig, has armor out of that shop. Torch of Walls and Titanium Rapier just on the floor on the way to the exit. And this is a Ring of War, bombing the Shrine of War. This is a really, really good build. Has heal spell as well, so can just slowly regenerate health as they move along if they ever take damage. Bit of Hot Coals damage coming out. Good use of Fireball spell for Chef Mayhem. But yeah, this can definitely put up a significant pace. Trapdoor getting erased for Chef Mayhem, unable to take it. Needs to find another way down to the Zone 3 boss. Ribbon. Oh, Ribbon doesn't have enough for the need, I don't think. after buying the curved shovel. So won't be able to just get heavy plate out of that. Already has armor as well, I just realized. Picked up Gi. Picking up Gi is bad! That wasn't why it's bad. That wasn't why I expected it to be bad, but picking up Gi is bad. That's just another reason to add to the list, but ribbongraph still manages to keep pace here. Significantly worse armor, but everything else is pretty much equal. Goo protection as well is definitely nice to have in the back pocket. Chef Mayhem checking red for a ham. Definitely not bad. Ribbon, however, struggling a bit with this King Konga. Could have just fireballed to finish Konga off there. But just use your spells. Yeah, just use your spells. Okay, a bit of a backup from Chef Mayhem here. These are a lot of golems. Shriner for Ribbon. What do you do here? I don't think need anything. Regen is nice, but you might just want to go along with what you got already. Oh, right. The darkness swap. So has Ring of Regen now, and darkness. That is definitely something that could possibly catch up to Half Mayhem, but it's a bit scary. Taking a huge hit, not having that heavy plate. That's... Ribbon's luck this race has been pretty rough. F Mayhem just finding better things without even needing to go out of the way to build. But Ribbon pulling up a very considerable pace here. Tanking hits pretty effectively even with just leather armor. And Chef Mayhem goes down on Goo. So turns out the Goo Boots paying off for Ribbon maybe. Or not having the Goo Boots being a detriment to Chef. That's... yeah, I'm pretty sure part of it was Ribbon's excellent application of pressure. Just trying to lunge into the Red Dragon again after the first war hit. Ribbon's in a pretty good spot to take this. Very, very good job at applying pressure on your opponent, even if the situation looks a bit dire. You have down rat though. That's an interesting rat position. Why not up rat? That's good. Chef Mayhem. Oh, Chef Mayhem. Oh, I get it. Reading chat. How fun. The Ribbon with darkness and regeneration. Very limited aggro range. Very good position right now. Generation and a heal spell too. And this shop is something. Pops off for freeze 2 first heart containers as well. Big Dukes would help right now, but very optional. If you can get your hands on it, you can pick it up, but otherwise you shouldn't try too hard to get it right now. Blazing Dagger for Ribbon could be maybe worth picking up just for Deadringer after the exit is cleared. Or you can, you know, just lure and a normal thing. Those things are pretty consistent. You know what you're doing. And if you don't, they're much better than other alternatives. Looks like Ribbon is going to go for it. What else is in the shop? Ring of Gold, you don't want that. Yeah, picking up a dagger phasing for the Dead Ringer and turns on the Necrodancer then. Has free spell too, so this should be very, very easy. There we go, just hits Dead Ringer twice. No flawless, just drop the beat in order to safe. Kill the turnips. Okay, grenades work too. Yes, looking pretty comfortable. Not the best protection. Chef Mayhem goes down again. Very straightforward Necrodancer fight so far. Watch out for Darkness Ogre. Good. Fine. Oh, flubbing a bit on this last lure, but we'll get it eventually. It is not in any kind of rush right now. And Ribbon will take the second point with an 11:05. Excellent application of pressure on your opponent there. To, if anything, I mean, what you want to do is overtake, of course, but just being that aggressive at that speed might just coax your opponent into a death like that too, so just being close to your opponent is good. But GG's is 1-1. Who will take the last point? And are off 1-1 as some wall gold. A tier 2 cracked wall too. Not bad. Is transmog though, so bad actually. Still, could be a courage shovel or something. Maybe farm up enough gold and then go for double transmute. Or just save your bomb for potentially better things later on. Courage shovel isn't guaranteed in the first place. Either way. Either way. Gotta make a choice. Hope that it's the right one. Ribbon is going to go for it. It is not Courage shovel, it is titanium though, which is fine since you'll be able to break tier 2 walls, so they'll be able to check the blood shop if run by it on the next floor. But Ribbon is going for another one. This time Battle Shovel, an upgrade of the titanium shovel, but still not the Courage shovel. Big digs for that matter. Big digs would be fine as well. Been checking the crate with the shovel. In the shop is pretty tempting kill. There's a Ring of Courage. Definitely a ring that you can go very fast with if either under the right circumstances or if you are just good enough. But Courage Flail is definitely something that isn't too hard to run with Courage. Has a bit of extra protection on top of it now with his Frost Charm. Chef Mayhem not having anything in terms of build. Next, a tier 3 cracked wall for something that isn't a food shop. And bomb to help take out the red dragon a bit faster. This is a bad monkey for Chef Mayhem. Trying to push to the exit, but lacked damage. And got grabbed by a monkey, and then black skeletons hit pretty hard. Along with like the 2 ghosts coming in, so a bunch of every beat enemies along with the black skeletons to actually deal with the damage after or during the time that you're dealing with the monkey. Oh, that was just a bad spot to be in. Oh, this is a bad spot for Chef as well. Ribbon checking black for Titanium Whip, which isn't the worst thing to pick up now, but it's a whip. What can I say? Then finding Gi. I mean, if anything, now is the time to pick up the Gi. But you have courage, which might get scary. Since you're rolling with a glass weapon anyways, but I do believe Ribbon just wants to get off this in the future, if any replacements ever come up. There's a Ring of Regen though, in that Blood Shrine, if Ribbon so desires. Oh, Glass Cat is, this is scary. Oh, just eat it across with the Wind Mage there. Okay. Could be very worthwhile swapping off to Degeneration. That was pretty spooky. Oh, Chef Mayhem is having continued struggles in Zone 1. Riven can just... something can just happen with this Glass Cat though, so... stay in it. What is in black though? It's a pretty decent weapon, so... never mind, nothing happens to the Glass Cat besides it getting left behind. Chef Mayhem utilizing metal doors to kite enemies. Technology. I would have just kept that headless skeleton up to block this ghost and every— oh, okay. Chef Mayhem's definitely not having a good time in Zone 1, but rolling that bat, not gonna take a hit though, at least, so that's good. Ribbon keeping regeneration over piercing, which is fine. This much of a lead, regeneration is more likely to keep you in the game than piercing is. Mayhem back to King Konga 1. Ribbon being given pretty long grace period here. Just inch forward, build up. Gets surrounded though. Not good. Popping the Frost Charm, but reasonable amount of safety still in the Ring of Regen along with cookies. However, with this much health and no protection, can just get deleted. Just needs to be cautious of that. Bit more regeneration with the Crown of Thorns now too. We've been definitely spending a lot of time as Chef Mayhem has grown a bit in the early game. But F is now on zone 2, so not the furthest behind, but really has nothing to compete with Ribbon in terms of build. So Ribbon's still decently safe. Ribbon taking East Shrine or a special dagger and extra heart container. But it will be Frost Dagger, so we'll keep the Obsidian Broadsword. Oh, lots of hits from Ribbon. Eat cookies is a fine idea if you're one hit away from death from a lot of enemies. Oh, and those cookie eats have already come in to save ribbongraph. Chef Mayhem. Just on half a heart. Never mind. Finds cookies. It's all good. Eats those while... Should have eaten those while going down the trapdoor. Kappa. Efficiency. Eats them right away. That's also a choice to make yourself comfortable on the way down to the trapdoor. Just a few beats. At this level, few beats. If you lose a race at this level, it usually isn't down to wasting a few beats here and there. It's usually due to some bigger issues. Nonetheless, Ribbon trailing about a zone ahead. Chef Mayhem isn't having the most comfortable of times. Not having a lot of health. Heart containers. No longer has cookies. Ribbon. Having a decent amount of health now. And 2 forms of regeneration. We'll be able to get decent value out of that. Any hits are taken, and... Mayhem, what was that? What? No, that's not right. What's that? Just running into a goblin, I think? Aw. Yeah, okay. Ran out of charges on the crossbow. Ribbon having even more space to work with now. Oh, that's a big hit. Don't want to take big hits. Oh, you'll be able to recover it back, but you just don't want to be in that situation where you gotta in the first place. Oh, Chef Mayhem's having a horrible time with these monkeys in Zone 1. That is some big digs for Ribbon. That's pretty worthwhile. A bit of protection as well, and a compass. So, running Obsidian Broadsword is a lot less scary now. Oh, and there's immediate armor upgrade too. And food. And more food. And more food! Why not? What? Keeping the carrot over the chicken? Oh, it just uses it for mapping, but, yeah, you don't really care too much about... Oh, I don't understand. Chicken's good. You have a lot of regen, but why not just keep chicken in your back pocket as well? F. Once more, going down. Zone 1 has been pretty rough. Running through Zone 1 multiple times on the same seed will do horrible things to your mentality, but, I mean, it's gotta go. Maybe you don't need to go fast, just survive. Take it slow, build up. Anything new health. Oh, there's magic chicken. That could be worthwhile hanging on to for Ribbon. Get maximum value out of that for a total of 10 heart containers. This might be a food shop too. It is! Doesn't need the food shop, really. There you go, full heart containers. There's also an empty heart container in the shop, and also has gluttony left over. Doing a bit of farming, seeing what this orange dot on the minimap is. It will be throwing stars, definitely not bad. Can dispose of certain bosses. Oh yeah, can definitely dispose of deep blues with throwing stars, so solid pickup. Oh, we'll get knighted though. Oh, okay. Oh, gets knighted like 4 times in a row. Has a good amount of protection. We'll just regenerate it. It's all fine. Yeah, not being able to finish off deep blues there. I think that was like kind of just tunnel visioning on the king. How do I reach the king to get this last hit, and then just getting knighted repeatedly. As Chef goes down once more, Zone 2. Definitely having a pretty brutal time with this seed. And Ribbon taking quartz armor, a solid take with this many heart containers. And this much generation as well. And also with this much of a lead, so a good choice. Jeff going once more. This has just been rough, to say the least. Yes, dying in the same seed in general is bad, but it's even worse when it's just zone 1 most of the time. And some armor conjures for Ribbon. We'll get a Squeaka suit. So definitely fine as well. And a potion as well. Yeah, Ribbon's pretty much got this. 20 hearts to use. Ring of Regeneration, why not? Squeaka suit. Yeah, just hitting the slow play button, slamming it hard. Oh, 2 riders, you don't need to do Oblivion right now, but it's fine. Double riders was a bit iffy there, but Squeaka suit, regeneration, it's perfectly fine. It's just that the fact that things can go much worse. 2 lures. Lures are good. I mean, you're not even going for stats anymore. Lures are good. And Jeff just pretty sure throwing in the towel at this point. That's a bit much. Two hits left on the Necrodancer for Ribbon. 1 hit left, and there it is. GG's. Race from time of 17:11. So not good for the average, but you know, winning's good.